Hey there, Tiffany, Mika here. Hope you're having an awesome day. What I want to share with you today are 6 steps for getting the most out of any information that you learn. So the sense of if you're listening to a video from myself or from someone else, you know, some sort of training, there's 6 things that you want to be able to do to make sure that you are totally engaged in that. Okay, and it's really important that you do this. Like, I've just come out of a mastermind event here, and the big thing was I wanted to make sure that I was focused through this whole event, and so that I was totally engaged in it and so on. So I'm going to share what those 6 steps are for you, those 6 things that you need to be doing, so that when you attend events or you attend a training webinar or you attend some sort of information that's going to help solve a problem that you have in your business, I want you to make sure that you're aware of these things. So number 1 is staying present. So that's just like if you're on a webinar, for example, turn everything else off. Turn your phone off, turn your Facebook off, all your social media sites, the whole works. So turn it off, be totally engaged purely on that presentation, and then you want to make sure, so that's number 2, is minimizing the distractions. So that's, you know, turning the Facebook off and all of that kind of thing, the social media, emails, the whole works, turning your phone off, so that you're totally engaged. So 1 is staying present, 2 is minimizing distractions, 3 is being ready to learn and take notes. So I want you to be totally ready in order to learn whatever it is that you're there to learn. Even if it's just one thing that you get out of that presentation or that video, it's just that one thing, take it notes, okay? Don't commit it to memory because you won't remember it. Write it down. I'll just share with you quickly, for example, you know, this mastermind event that I've just been to, talking about taking notes. See this book here, there's 120 pages. I've just about filled the whole thing up. There's oodles of notes in there. Now, I sat in there for 5 days and tried to remember it all, I haven't got a clue. Now that I'm going back over my notes, I actually remember what we were discussing, but if I had to talk to you about it right now off the top of my head, you know, everything that I've learned over the last 8 days, then I wouldn't be able to communicate that with you. Number 3 is being actively involved. So if you're in a live presentation, ask questions. You know, if the presenter is asking questions, you know, get actively involved in that. If you're sitting in a webinar, ask questions at the end so that you're actively involved and engaged in that. The presenter will usually ask you, you know, if you've got a question, participate in that because that gets you actively engaged. You want to tame your wandering mind, so that's why you want to be taking notes, because it's quite easy to drift off. It's quite easy to then get distracted on, especially if you're at on a webinar, for example. It's easy to get distracted and then wander off into doing other things, you know, or walking off and having a drink and coming back and all of that kind of stuff. Even if you're actively involved in a live training as well, you know, at an actual event, turn your phone off, turn your computer off, you know, put your laptop, put the lid down on it. Don't get distracted because you want to be actively engaged. And number 6 is shutting off that, this is the big one, this is the big number 6 I find, is shutting off that little voice in your head that I know, okay? Because I've been to lots of events and I could just sit there and go, yes, I know that, I know that, I know that. But the thing is when you're sitting at an event, you're always going to learn something new. Even though you may have heard, you know, 50% of the content before, there might be just that one little thing that you weren't aware of that could make a huge difference to your business. So I want you to make sure that you've got to shut off that brain and say, I know, okay? You don't know, all right? You have the attitude that you don't know and you're there to learn, okay? So those are the 6 steps to getting the most out of your session. Hope you have an awesome day. If you got some value out of this video, I'd love it if you just took 30 seconds and left a comment down below just to let me know what you got out of it. Have an absolutely awesome day, and remember, healthy mind, healthy body, healthy business. See you later. Bye-bye.